rinky-dink sword for the massive steel girder that is our boy Ragveil. And
Yeah.
now,
Ragnell's a fat sword.
Yeah.
That hitbox is great. Like, they stole Cloud Smash 4 Nair, gave it to Ike, and said, here's a kill confirm. I mean, this character has kind of dropped off a lot in play, but he's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I remember at the beginning of Ultimate, we did see a lot of good, Ike players. I saw Ryuga was particularly one that I was watching a lot of, and so far they've kind of dropped Ike more or less. I think Alpha is one that's in the area, is still keeping on the Ike train, but Jerry's showing his own stripes here.
Yeah, it's important to know that, like, yeah, Ike is very big, very scary. What I would kind of anticipate going on here is the recovery game might be kind of dangerous versus Rob, which sounds kind of dumb to say because, I mean, a lot of characters are like that versus Rob.
Right, and it's ironic, this is kind of like the Brawl matchup, which is really weird because both of these characters were not good in Brawl.
Yeah, but hey, man, these guys are doing both better for themselves in this game. It's a new game, new players.
Exactly. It's ironic that now they meet up again here in Ultimate, and this is a very, very different kind of game.
And oh my goodness, hey, caught you jumping, catch that up smash, my friend.
That is true. Rob changed, something's changed, but Rob, he stays the same.
Nothing changes with that toy robot from the 80s.
That's true.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Sakurai said he doesn't put characters in that aren't from a video game, but Rob technically isn't physically in a game. He's an accessory.
Yeah, he's like an amiibo. But now, he's showing that he can beat up this big guy with the sword. The robot, not going to worry about it.
Yeah, it's an amiibo, but, like, it stabs you. So it's not as much as a fun toy. It's more of a, oh, I'm getting edge-guarded and poked.
Right. He's like the Sylph-scope come to life, and now, facing some of this pressure, and giving it right back.
Yeah, it's definitely brutal. I mean, Jerry's being taken on a trip right now. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, there's the trip.
Yeah, there it is. There's the up air. Send it to the blast zone. Give you something to think about. All I'm saying is, if an amiibo shot lasers, I would actually buy one. That's
yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Absolutely. Can you imagine, like, 13-year-old me would be absolutely hyped.
A 22-year-old me currently, it would be pretty hyped by that.
Also
so
true.
It's like, it's timeless.
Speaking of hype, can we talk about that gyro catch that Jerry had with the Nair in midair? I like it.
Can we talk about Ike screams? He's not happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's no Roy, but hey, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Fire Emblem characters.
The Fire Emblem shouts, man, they're dedicated. And
the voice actors.
I definitely could see why Jerry has that good item play. I mean, he's been fighting MJ so much, and he's the type of person that if he faces adversity, he will spend hours and just grind games and matches and players and try to understand the game better and play better the next time.
Exactly, and nothing says adversity like, up being right in Rob's face. Just armoring through whatever he's throwing out.
It's just saying, all right, you've had your fun, now it's time for me to get something. It's my turn to get damage.
Right, exactly. In defiance of a character that a lot of people are having very strong opinions about right now.
Yeah, and he's on a very strong game right now. MJ's doing great and reads that roll.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
Sorry, Jerry, but tonight is MJ's night.
Oh my god, Jerry was like, okay, so if I roll in and I think about this, I could air dodge to the side, and Jerry's like, what? I'm sorry, did you say up smash? I mean, MJ was right there with it charged, and Jerry just kind of not expecting it at all.
I mean, we've seen it multiple times tonight where Jerry just kind of, or not Jerry, MJ rather, knows where you are, gets that up smash, and just like, all right, goodbye.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was really, really good. It just like read him from the grave.
So I think this is probably, like I said earlier, that kind of Jerry pulls out something like the Wario or the Wolf and then switches to the Joker. And so I think this is, again, the point where I've had in my one game, I experiment a little bit. Didn't work for me, go my main.
Yeah, that does.
Or not, actually. He's actually bringing up the Wario. His Wario has had mixed success here, so it doesn't surprise me, but you also have to factor in that this is a best of 5.
Yeah, we are now in best of 5. You're right. Winners side. So this is where it gets interesting. Jerry coming in hot with the Wario, and like you said, this is going to help him a lot with certain situations like item play. So the Chomp, obviously giving him the ability to charge, waft, and heal a little bit off of all the projectiles, going to be really useful.
Yeah, and it's a good way of doing that. Of course, yeah, as you said, waft is a crazy factor on this. I think, I'm not sure, the last time I've seen Jerry kind of use Wario, he hadn't fully developed his ability to waft at opportune times. Sometimes he holds it on for too long, sometimes he doesn't get the confirm, and he doesn't really go for those half wafts that can kill at higher percentages like you'll see the more advanced Wario players use.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I definitely want to see some of those kind of things, though. I think that's really what's going to help him a lot in this matchup. Rob is another one of those characters that he's no Wario, but he can definitely steal your stocks all the same with things like side B.
Yes, those spinny arms are very scary to deal with. Of course, powerful hits like back air as well.
Exactly, you know, coast to coast almost enough here on Smashville. Using the bike and the gyro, potential hits that barely missed it, letting Jerry get back.
Yeah, and at the same time though, Jerry's Wario is pretty good as well. I mean, I don't want anyone to kind of really sleep on him the slightest. He can pull out some really good stuff. It's a good secondary he's been working on.
Yep,
Unfortunately,
there it
if you got
is.
Shield, die.
Exactly, you have to hold it through the entirety of that, and the fact that they can kind of like have it up for different times and then the hit stun on that is actually really crazy. You always think that you're gonna be able to like let it go at just the right time, but sometimes it's just too early.
Yeah, and you have to keep in mind that Rob is deceptively heavy as a big bucket of bolts himself. So, with very little rage on board, Jerry's going to need to find a strong hit to actually be able to get that stock off.
Yeah, you're right. These both are pretty heavy characters, so as good as their kill power is, just like that, you know, you will see certain situations where we'll see a lot of close calls.
Yeah, I love that edge guard by Jerry. Of course, MJ has some options with that stuff like up air while he's recovering, but Jerry says, nope, not today. Going to go pretty deep, in fact, and just kind of find that stuff.
Right, and of course the up air will technically beat out the back air if it's spaced correctly, but the back air timing can be, the down air timing from Jerry can actually be really, really clutch, and he needs to go for stuff like that off stage in order to be aggressive.
Yeah, and right now, Jerry's just playing aggressive and in MJ's face as the Waft is on board. I mean, these guys are only mid% 2 stocks. While I did mention earlier that Jerry doesn't really utilize the half wafts and opts for the full one instead, it's important to note that these two play very slowly, so using full waft when it comes up isn't inherently bad
Exactly.
if Jerry uses it in a timely fashion, because he'll just probably get another one.
Right, the fact that their games go on long enough that he can get to full wafts is actually like is indicative of his play, really.
Yeah, he's very patient, he's willing to kind of wait out his opponents, and he's very analytical in picking up habits and punishing them accordingly. And
right,
so
he's so like greedy, holding on to the waft. Like he knows that he wants to hang on to it for literally until the moment. But I think he's starting to maybe aim for a little too high for him. Maybe look for the perfect opportunity isn't the right one.
Yeah, I've definitely seen that in his past play as well, where he holds on for a little bit too long and he opts to kind of try to secure the last stock instead. And this comes to a point where I need to secure this stock first, and I'm not finding it.
Right.
So I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place right now.
That's true, and they're both kind of in that place right now, except MJ gets right out of it with the clutch up smash, just catching the jump off ledge.
Yeah, that was unexpected to say the least. And I don't think Jerry was thinking either, though. That slap forward tilt is going to take it, and that's an even game. And if you listen to some people that say if Wario has waft, you're playing a stock behind, MJ's already lost, technically.
Yeah,
the game's already over.
By that logic. But he still has to, take about 30%, and then maybe we could see that come to fruition.
Yeah, we need to see a good chunk, like that bit of percent, we need to see either a confirm or a read. And if MJ plays defensively, if MJ plays smart, that might not even happen.
Right, so he gets the trip on MJ, and it leads to a tech chase situation. Now Jerry can just win off of it? Yes.
He already lost the game.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
The answer is waft.
Yeah, that is true. D, all of the waft.
And I mean, again, that's just the game. Once Wario has waft, you need to play so careful, because if you get hit by the wrong thing at the wrong time, your entire stock might be forfeit.
Yeah, for sure. And just like that, the game goes to Jerry. He knows that it can all change in an instant, and that's why he played the character. He knows that he can get one of those really, really nice neutral interactions set up perfectly, and with the right reactions, he's in.
Yeah, and of course, since he won that game, he doesn't really feel the need to switch. He thinks, if I could do it once, I could do it again. I don't need the Joker for this. I can stick with this and see where it takes me. Right.
I think we need to see MJ be a little bit more as aggressive. I mean, maybe not as aggressive as Jerry. I don't think he can afford to be that aggressive, since he is Rob, right? He has to kind of stay back at least a little bit and throw some projectiles. But I think I want to see more in your face.
And we're seeing that right now. He is getting up in Jerry's face. Jerry just now finally getting himself on the board after getting slapped around for 60%. I mean, it's pretty important to know that MJ is already changing up his game plan and trying to fix the mistakes of last game.
For sure. And I think going with the two platforms on the opposing sides rather than the one big one in the middle, I think is allowing MJ to get some of these combos that maybe Jerry won't be able to follow up with his own. I think some of his moves are going to be limited to going on the platforms. And staying in the middle is MJ's best bet right now.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of options on PS2, depending on how he wants to play. He can camp under one of those platforms as well if he feels like it, and just depending
Yeah.
on how he sees best fit in the moment. And as you said, the two platform kind of dynamic on PS2 might be a little bit different for Wario. I mean, if he catches you not teching on one of those platforms, it could be game over with the waft.
Right.
But at the same time, if he's just kind of battering around, you might have some options to escape that.
It is true, and I mean, Wario doesn't really have any bad stages per se, so it's not like it's not like gonna make a huge difference in terms of general playstyle. But I think in this matchup, I think MJ might be able to benefit just a little bit, but Jerry can still get so many good confirms.
Yeah, and that's, again, MJ better not sleep on that. And he catches Jerry not teching, and that's a
Right.
down smash on a stock right there. You gotta tech those.
Absolutely, and that's something that that's not native to this specific Smash game. So Jerry got to keep working on those in order to keep himself out of danger. He is doing so on the platform at the very least.
Yeah, and I do like how MJ proceeded with that stock. He realized that if he did it, oh my goodness, that raw up smash was powerful.
Yeah, I think Jerry really had the right call out, knowing that MJ was just going to try to go for an aggressive option, jumping off platform, and just met him with an intangible head. That's it.
Yeah, and like I said a second ago, MJ really knew the option of if you tech roll or tech in place, or if you don't tech, I catch you with this, and we either reset the situation or you die. You only really had tech away as the option, so it was great. Like, well, I'll cover most of these, and we'll see what's going to happen. And
No, you're right. And it looks like we're kind of in a situation similar to the last game in which, we're at stock 2. Jerry has full waft, doesn't really have the opportunity to use it at this specific moment. So now he's going to have to try to build something up and then get something off of it.
yeah, I mean, if he gets a little bit more percentage, something crazy going for himself,
Just
gets
a footstool. Okay, okay.
That's
What
one
a way to
grab.
get yourself out of it, but the waft is
Finds you. Yeah, he finds you anyway.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
Unfortunately, there are three things inevitable in this world: death, taxes, and waft.
I know. I mean, I didn't play that Hello Neighbor game, but I'm sure that's the plot. That's just the plot. Just that it right there.
You better run, because it's inevitable, my friend.
Yeah.
And of course, he uses the waft. He has one full stock to go, and he has that slight percent lead. Maybe not after this, but excellent mash into air dodge down, but gets caught by the up smash anyway.
Right, so you see MJ laying on the shield pressure with the projectiles. Jerry is trying to do the same, but nothing can pressure the up smash coming out of the shield and catching you off guard.
Yeah, so we'll see just a couple of nairs to add on that percentage, getting up in Jerry's face, as we've been seeing him do a lot before.
And what's really clutch about Rob is that nair can actually kind of poke your shield because you can angle it so it hits the top, the head that pokes out when the shield gets poked a little bit. So it's really good positioning, and the way it places the hitboxes can really mess you up, even if you think you're holding shield.
And excellent combos back and forth from Jerry. No waft really at the moment, but still good percentage that you want.
All right, now Gyro's out of play. Let's see if Jerry can get something now.
Yeah, this is a dangerous game. I mean, you might be, if he reads the grab, it could be game over. If you aren't really, if you get slipping at ledge, it's game over. He's in that percentage where you can get hit by something, and if you don't tech, it could be down smash at ledge.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff on MJ's plate that Jerry needs to be aware of.
True, and there is kind of like a bit of a dead zone that Rob can have. If you're close enough that his projectiles are not going to hit you and you can stuff them out, but he's not able to catch you with some of his aerials or any of his ground moves. You can you can die just like that. Actually, never mind.
Yeah, we saw Jerry kind of try to read the movement and catch him with the waft, but he wasn't quite right. And at the same time, MJ reading Jerry's movement, and he was right with that up smash.
Yeah, those up smashes got him a lot of leverage in that game, and really the entire set, I would say. MJ able to come back from some of those sticky situations. Like I said, the pressure not really phasing him.
So this is the do-die moment for Jerry. Well, this might be, I'm at game point. MJ needs one more to win. Do I switch to Joker and duke it out with him? Do I switch with do I keep the Wario, who has been doing pretty well for itself?
For sure. I mean, I would say the Wario has been very, very strong. I think I saw the Wario, I saw his Wario last week, and it's even improved from last week. So I'm pretty impressed. Yeah, and that means that I kind of want to see the Wario again.
Yeah, no, it's really good to see that they were both back and forth. I mean, that means that Jerry's Wario can compete with MJ's.
Yeah,
Rob,
okay.
And
we're gonna say
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think it's better for him to go with the Joker just because that's what he has the most experience on, and I think that in this situation, I think Joker is a pretty decent matchup for against Rob.
Yeah, I mean, even with Joker v Rob, these two have just been in an all-out slugfest back and forth, back and forth. But as I was saying, and as you said, I mean, if this is match point, you want to bring your main to the table.
Exactly, and we've seen, some Robs have issues with Jokers, but not in that situation. He's almost taking them off the stage for the kill with a side B.
Yeah, not MJ though. MJ is a seasoned veteran. I mean, these two have been playing tonight. MJ previously fought Mercury in bracket, who was a pretty good Joker rather.
Right.
So but this is the thing, is that Jerry has been warmed up on the Rob for 3 games now. But this Joker is new to MJ, so he has to take this time in this game to adjust. And even though I say that, he's still winning right now, though.
Right, and you saw like MJ able to go extremely high. That's a very typical Rob strat, especially against Jokers who have a lot of kill potential. You just want to kind of outspace them, make them back off. If they overextend a little bit, you can come right down and maybe fast fall in there to catch them out and do something off of it. But in this situation, Jerry trying to go aggressive, trying to catch him up there.
Yeah, and that's something you got to know, is that especially MJ as well as other characters, like if they can find an effective method to time you out, you're going to get timed out. And if they find an effective method where you aren't teching, they'll kill you for it. Again,
for
so many stocks off of up smash this set.
Yeah, and also off of, those untech situations where MJ is, following up and actually catching Jerry before he can react in time. Those have gotten him enough good responses that I think he can just keep it going, and all of a sudden this set might turn right around for him, and he could just take it all right now.
Yeah, and so right now we're seeing MJ at a crisp 130%. Big Brother is almost on his way. As I say that, yes,
here he is.
And now Jerry needs to find this stock pretty quickly, because if he doesn't, by the time this Arsene runs out, he might be in a world of hurt.
Oh, so you see the parry on the first hit of F-tilt, but the second one will take him out and push him off stage. Now on the slants, maybe not helping Joker as much as it might. I want to see maybe a down smash or something to push off MJ at ledge.
And this is what we're seeing. We're seeing MJ try to stall out the Arsene.
Right.
Just like that, it's gone. And MJ's at 150, and Joker doesn't have too many options that can effectively finish off a heavy character like that.
That is true. But I mean, at 150, I would say there are enough. I think that he's got some decent ones. Getting him off stage and going for some of the aggressive Arsene-less options that he's been going for in the past would be a good way to do it.
Yeah, and as you say that, that's what Jerry does exactly by the book. He tries to go off stage, catch him with Joe, and try to catch him with an aerial, but couldn't quite find it. Even dash attack, not doing it at 173.
I know, and here, of course, the stalling potential of Rob coming into play, pushing him off and actually reverse ledge guarding him and almost getting the kill as well.
Yeah, this is just so scary if you are Jerry. It's just like, well, what do I do? Arsene's finally on board. Will F-tilt do it?
Finally.
Yes,
finally. Near center stage.
Arsene does it, man. Big Brother comes in when you need him most. MJ just tried to time him out on that Angel platform.
Yeah, the invincibility really going to give him a couple extra seconds, and with the nerfs to how long Arsene stays out, that's a big deal.
And I like how MJ basically knows the time. He's like, all right, I see the meter's that full. I'm just going to start pumping up.
Right.
I'm breaking up the fuel canister. I am cruising up to the top of the blast zone, and I am going to give it a gentle kiss before coming back down. Arsene's gone.
Rob must be, hoarding oil right now, because that whole stockpile that he's using up right now trying to stall out Jerry, and it's working because he's getting these kills off the ledge guard situations.
Yeah, he's just all the fuel he can to turn up the jets and just dunk on Jerry. I mean, as we saw earlier tonight, dunk-tastic.
Very true, very true. And now, if we can see Jerry maybe fire back with something of his own, he needs more percent to make something happen.
Yeah, I do like how Jerry's being more aggressive now, trying to find that percent on board, trying to get up as much damage before Arsene comes out, and hopefully he can find something a little bit more potent this time in terms of kill options.
And it's interesting, whenever you see Jokers go for the upbeat to pull you down and continue the combo, it's kind of, right, you see it in certain situations, it can also pop you up, but it also puts you into a lot of impact, so you can't really follow up if you miss.
Can we talk about that amazing up smash by Jerry, finding MJ's landing option and just punishing him for it, getting the stock, and basically evening up the game after a pretty sizable deficit?
That's true. I think whenever each player is trying to find the kill, I think they kind of get into a tunnel vision, and all of a sudden, as soon as they die, they come right down and they get the kill that they're looking for.
Yeah, and this is kind of the point where it's not too great if you're Jerry. Already 72%. Need to find some options for MJ. He hits him with the grab, and MJ goes up just enough where he says, "Yeah, I'll just leave."
Oh, Okay, I mean, you can see Jerry really getting impatient, trying to make this Arsene work for him, but he knows that he can't use the grappling hook, so there's no option to get MJ at that height.
Yeah, this is so important because Jerry has about one Arsene left if he's not actively using Rebel's Guard
Yeah.
before he's basically gonna get killed by something from MJ, if not sooner.
Mhm.
So he only has 48%. So now it's his goal to how
True.
much damage can I rack up before this next Arsene comes out, and can I secure a stock with that Arsene?
And the really fancy footwork here with the ledge cancels. I mean, I liked seeing those tethers, come and go, but I mean, it's back in the driver's seat because of it. So really nice play.
Oh, Jerry's movement is so clean, and I really like what's important is that he's throwing out those AGOS. He's trying to get that curse damage going because it's deceptively strong. I mean, it's a really small percentage at the beginning, but it still racks
Yeah.
up, 10
Absolutely.
to 20.
Yeah, you always forget about it, but just like that, the
My
up smash yet again.
God. Yeah, that he air dodged, he got out of the mash, he air dodged down, and MJ was already on that right side, ready
I
to
know.
catch him with that up smash, and he just seals the
Just
deal right then and there.
Right, it's almost a repeat of what we saw in a previous game. He's been getting those really, really, really necessary reads on the air dodges. Obviously, he's baiting something, expecting Jerry to throw it out early, and when he does, he's trying to kind of go down,